You're watching the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand.
Salah to settle it in front of the Kop.
Hey guys, happy Monday morning. Welcome back to the Kop TV, the voice of football's most famous stand. I hope you're all well. I hope you've all calmed down a bit. I know I have, but then I've got angry again, then I've calmed down a bit. But I'm here to, this morning, kind of round up what's happened since. Obviously, last night, Liverpool have put out a statement. And since then, we also have found out that McAllister might be facing punishment over his comment on Cuti Romero's Instagram, which said, you've played with 12 men. Normal cuando juegas con 12. Which obviously is a pop at the referee. A couple other players alluded to it, but didn't exactly go into it on their Instagram post. But before we get into this, make sure you smash that like button, comment with your thoughts on the statement, and then, of course, subscribe to the channel. So let me give you what was actually published by Liverpool. It says, Liverpool Football Club acknowledges PGMOL's admission of their failures last night. It is clear that the correct application of the laws of the game did not occur, resulting in sporting integrity being undermined. We fully accept the pressures that match officials work under, but these pressures are supposed to be alleviated, not exasperated, by the existence and implementation of VAR. It is therefore unsatisfactory that sufficient time was not afforded to allow the correct decision to be made and that there was no subsequent intervention. These such failings have already been categorized as significant human error, is also unacceptable. Any and all outcomes should be established only by the review and with full transparency. This is the key bit now. This isn't just a Liverpool thing. It says here that this is vital for the reliability of future decision making as it applies to all clubs, with learnings being used to make improvements to processes in order to ensure this kind of situation cannot occur again. In the meantime, we'll explore the range of options available given the clear need for escalation and resolution. So essentially what they're saying there is, we've accepted the apology from PGMOL, but now we need to take things further, escalate them, and obviously come to some kind of resolution as well. And I think the key thing to understand here, if you aren't a Liverpool Football Club fan, is that this isn't just a Liverpool issue. This is a total Premier League-wide and further round issue. If you look at every VAR apology that has ever been listed, there's been 14 in the last 18 months. And again, this is between games like Manchester United, Arsenal, Newcastle Palace, Chelsea West Ham, Palace Villa, Palace Brighton, Brighton Liverpool, Villa United, Forest Brentford, Fulham Villa, Tottenham Liverpool, Man U Wolves, Tottenham Brighton, Everton and Man City, and Arsenal and Brentford. Now, there are obviously some ones within that directly impact Liverpool. You talk about the Rodri handball. You talk about Luis Diaz's goal being ruled offside after being correctly given. Fabinho escaped with only a yellow card. There are decisions that should have gone against us here as well. This isn't just saying everything does go against us. And take it way back when in lockdown we saw Sheffield United denied a goal where the ball was over the line, but we found out the VAR or the goal technology machine wasn't working that day. So it gets to the point now where it isn't just, oh, that's a bad decision, we should look into that. It's now got to the point where there's so many bad decisions that there now has to be an investigation. We also, of course, heard that officials, including Michael Oliver and Darren England, who was on VAR on Sunday, were in the UAE 48 hours before this Premier League kickoff. And they accepted, obviously, a handsome fee, which was given to them by the UAE, handed over to Howard Webb, whose PGMOL institution makes £15 million per year. That's what's paid by the Premier League and the FA to PGMOL to make these kind of decisions. Now, when you hear that the UAE is hosting Premier League refs and Man City is owned by the UAE and Sheikh Mansour is the vice president of the UAE, then there has to be questions at least asked. There has to be transparency. There has to be questions posed that have to have clear and obvious answers. We also would like the audio to be relayed to the fans. We'd also like, semi-automated offsides, which we saw work really well in the World Cup. And again, we just want a bit more consistency for every single team. This is not just, and I'll say it again, this isn't just Liverpool. You look at Martinelli's goal at Old Trafford last season, that should have stood. And it's not only just the decision in the game, it's the ripple effect of these decisions. So, for example, Cucurella's hair gets pulled by Romero. Chelsea don't go on to draw that game. Maybe Thomas Tuchel doesn't get the sack. These have massive, massive implications. And it seems like there's no repercussions for this. It's all very much looking after the referees and making sure that they're not totally criticised. I heard a report last night to now say that Howard Webb is under pressure. And it's got to the point now where something has to be done. And really, if you look at the wider footballing landscape, this isn't just this needs to be done so Liverpool can benefit. I believe that every single club should now get behind this. I've just heard an Arsenal fan tell me I really like that strong statement that Liverpool put out. It's a standing up to the injustice. It's trying to make the game a better place to play. And you can say, I'll get over it, the refs have messed up. But how many times are we going to say that? And the whole reason why we're in this position as well is because we've allowed the refs to mess up. Now we're standing up to it, and now we are going to try and get some kind of transparency and answers on the benefit and for the whole Premier League. This isn't just a Liverpool thing. And then, of course, you've got the officials who have now been replaced for 2 games. You know, hopefully this now opens up a big can of worms to question why the sporting integrity was undermined. And again, that goes to, on the pitch, it goes to human error, which from what we're hearing is VAR saying the goal should have stood. How did the referee not interpret that? You see him put the whistle to his mouth. The game plays on. He takes it away. That kind of mistake just cannot happen again. And the whole football world complains about the standard of referees after a clear and significant error. Liverpool fans do something about it. And now football fans are outraged that Liverpool would actually suggest that doing something about it will help. So you can't really win in this situation. Gary Neville was massively on Liverpool's side, and then as soon as we released a statement, he says, oh, it was a mistake, move on, which I can't get my head around. We're also hearing that McAllister might be in trouble as well. We also saw Van Dijk get a red card and a £100,000 fine with a ban added for saying this is an absolute effing joke. And the next week you've got Pickford and Wilson saying the referees are effing this and that. So there needs to be consistency. I hope McAllister doesn't get in trouble. And we're also hearing as well that Cody Gakpo might be out for several weeks as well. So obviously it's just been the worst weekend possible. We're not going to have Jones and Gakpo and obviously Jota available for Brighton. We're going to do previews during the week. But I just wanted to give you an update and ask what your thoughts are. It's just turned into a mad scene now, and hopefully with what Liverpool have done, we can have the images released, we can have the audio released, and really get to the bottom of this and how these referees who are being paid by a state, go on to get away with it somehow. So anyway, just to round it up for you, the statement out last night, McAllister looking like he might get punished, and Cody Gakpo might now be out for some time as well. So let me know how you think about that. We'll be back tomorrow with Hot Topics, myself and Mario, live at 6 o'clock. If you're watching this now, in about an hour and a half, I'll be live on DR Sport, so watch that as well. And then across the weekend and later on in the week, we'll have the USG game at Anfield with fan cams. And then we go into that Brighton game on Sunday before another international break. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down below. Really important, this one. And we'll see you on the next video. Take care.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it.
Please, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Kop TV.
The voice of football's most famous stand.